So you want me in your life, but you don't want to commit to me. Why? Because I like you. But then why don't you want to be in a relationship with me? Oh, because I don't like you like that. I like you as an option, and I want to keep exploring my other options. So you're going to spend time with me and say sweet things to me, but you don't actually want to progress things. That's right. I like this easy thing we have going on without having to be tied down. Oh, so if I want a relationship, I'm wasting my time here. Yep, that's right.
Girl, I need your help. I'm completely obsessed with this guy. It's like a situationship kind of thing. And I just feel like he doesn't like me and I don't know what to do. Oh, okay, so you have a low sense of self-worth. What the fuck? No. I'm in therapy. Like, I love myself a lot. I know exactly what I'm worth and I'm very confident. But there's someone who's treating you like you don't matter, and instead of ignoring them, you're pursuing them and you're trying to control their behavior. I'm not trying to control their behavior. I just want them to like treat me the way I deserve to be treated. But you are trying to control their behavior, because if you weren't trying to control their behavior, then as soon as they started behaving in a way that was out of alignment with your self-worth, you would have moved on, because you would understand that your worth does not change based on their behavior. Well, no, but like, it's clearly a misunderstanding. Like, they're just acting like this because they don't understand my worth. But like, I understand my worth. If you understood your worth, then you wouldn't need them to behave correctly. You would just know what you're worth and then move on when they don't treat you in accordance with that belief. If I'm being honest, I think you just sound kind of like you don't understand what's going on, and you don't get the situation. Okay, that could totally be true. Explain to me again, like, what exactly makes you feel bad? That, like, what did they do that makes you feel bad? Well, they're not like texting me, and whenever we hang out, it's like really close, really intimate, really serious, and then whenever we're not together, it's like nothing. And I want more than that. Right, because you think you're worth more than that. Yeah? Yeah, exactly, I am. Like, I'm worth more than that. I deserve better. I do, I deserve better. I completely agree with you. So go get better. No, but like, it's complicated. I mean, I really like this person. Like, they are really special. But they don't treat you well. They don't treat you like you matter. How could they possibly be special? Well, they do treat me well sometimes, and like, I mean, you just wouldn't get it. Like, they're just, there's something about them that I think is like really, like, we could be really good together. And we are really good together. So you're telling me that you know how you should be treated, and instead of finding someone who treats you the way you should be treated, you are obsessively and meticulously analyzing and dissecting a person's actions that clearly signify that they do not care about you. And you think that by lathering your attention upon them and obsessing over them and being manipulative and underhanded, you are somehow going to get the validation that you seek from them. And then you're going to feel good. And then your self-worth will be cemented because they are special. Listen, you sound like really judgmental right now, and I don't especially like your tone, and I also don't need this. Like, I just came to you because I wanted to talk, and like, I trust you, and you're just kind of like being a hater right now. I'm not the one who hates you. You're the one who hates you.
If you're in a situationship, you got to get out, because they're going nowhere fast.
Exactly.
And the only way to get a guy to change his mind is to be willing to walk away.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Make them miss you.
Yeah, because what people usually do is they try to prove to them how great of a partner you are. And that's what people, it's like, I'll just show them. I'll show them how good we are together.
Right.
And that you're not showing them how good you are together. What you're showing them is all the things you're willing to do without getting what you want.
Exactly.
You're just like, so why should they?
Right, exactly.
I'm getting the sex, I'm getting the company, I'm getting the time I need.
Yep.
You don't hold me accountable. You have no expectations of me. I can come and go as I please.
Yeah.
Why should I give that up?
No shit. God.
No one would give that up.
No, unless you walk away and then they miss you.
I always, in a situationship, there's two people. There's the hopeful person, the person hoping to make a relationship, and the person trying to make sure it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's how you initiate a shift in a situationship. If If you're in one right now and you want it to turn into a relationship or just want this person to give as much as you're putting in, you need to keep listening because this is really important. I'm Kimberly, a relationship coach. Give me a follow if you need help navigating your love life. So the first thing I want to call out that might be obvious is if you want this person and you think about them nonstop and you're so confused and feel like you're on a roller coaster, they have the power in this dynamic. And they most likely know it. And this is exactly the position they want to be in, where they can control the relationship into what benefits them. Because if they can sense you want more and they're not moving it towards a relationship, then they don't currently want to be in a relationship with you. So you coming to them a couple months in and asking, so what are we, is definitely not going to work out in your favor, because their response will be like, oh, I like what we have right now. Let's just keep seeing where things go, something along those lines. And you're going to be in this position until they finally get bored and end it all together. And I know that's harsh, but that's what's happening here. Whether or not you think you've been super low key with your interest and played it cool, people can tell. It's like a sixth sense that we have. So if you really want to change the dynamic, you need to step into your power and value. And what this looks like is becoming so focused on things that benefit your growth that you don't have time for last minute hangouts or text combos with someone that doesn't contribute to the up-leveled version of yourself. If they ask to hang, you tell them that you're busy and give them a time slot that works for you. If they can't make it, then oh well, maybe next week. You do not start convos with them anymore. You literally pull out your phone calendar and block off every opening with something productive. And if you don't think you have enough to do, you do. You can completely edit your closet. You can recondo your whole house. You can read a new book. And this is the shift. When people sense that you aren't just doing this to give them a taste of their own medicine or to play games, you're genuinely busy with things that are good for you, that's when you become more attractive and magnetic. Why do you think exes crawl back when you're finally thriving? So the position you're in currently is exactly where they want you to be in this moment, but you can shift the dynamic, but that requires up-leveling, and in the process, you might decide that what they have going on and their weird half-ass energy might not fit into your life anymore. And I hope this is the case because you deserve so much better.
Hi, thank you for calling the Fuck Girl Help Hotline, where we help you do what they do to you. Who am I speaking with today? Hi, Kelly. What's going on, my girl? Okay, we got a situationship on the line. Right, and how long has it been going on? 5 months! Okay, we're playing the long game here. Great. And have you guys talked about what you are yet? Oh, you're talking about it right now. Right. Am I on the phone with both of you? No. Oh, you guys are texting about it. Okay. Yeah, not the form of communication that I would opt for, but it's what we got right now, so let's roll with it. What has he said so far regarding your relationship status? Okay, he said he's really busy with work right now. Aren't they all? Okay, and has he said anything about like dating or anything along those lines? Right. Of course, he said he doesn't want to date anybody right now. Yeah, right. And so, Kelly, what I'm going to need you to respond to him is, hey, you're actually missing a word there. You actually don't want to date me right now. And that's fine, but leave me alone. And do not respond to him after that. No, Kelly, right, yeah, no, girl, I hear you. Don't respond to him after that. No, don't. He'll probably come around in a few days. He'll probably message you. Do not respond. Do you hear me? I don't think you hear. Do not respond to a single text he sends you. Even if he says hi, you don't respond, okay? You're not settling for this, oh, I don't want to date anybody right now, but I still want to see you. No, actually, that's not okay. Okay? Do you understand? Are we on the same page? Right. Okay. Period, Kelly. And if he sends you a paragraph in 2 weeks, I'm not above it. If he can change, by all means. But right now, we're not associating with him. Okay? Okay. Well, love you, girl. Keep me updated on what happens. Okay. Bye.
Here are hard boundaries I have in dating to keep myself out of ever being in a situationship again. This should go without saying, and I never did this anyways, but there's so many opportunities that guys give me to do this. I'm going to say it anyways. I absolutely do not hang out. If you want to go on a date, you ask me on a date. We're going to dinner. I don't hang out. I'm not going to come over to your house, right? I'm not going to watch a movie with you. I'm not even really going to go out to coffee with you. If you're interested in me, you're going to ask me out on a date, you're going to buy me dinner, and that's it. That is it. I do not do casual hangouts with guys that I am not already in an established platonic friendship with. This next one is a mistake that I made in both of my situationships, and that is I do not say I love you until we have a title. Until I am your girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever you want to call me, we have an established commitment to each other. I don't care if it's true or not. I will absolutely not be saying I love you. Like, you just don't get that from me. Also, until we are in a committed relationship, my time investment for you is going to be very monitored. So if I'm in an initial stage of dating somebody, I am not going to be seeing them more than twice a week. And like, of course, like maybe I'll meet somebody someday and it will just be magical and butterflies and I will break this rule. But I find that like until I have a title with somebody, I'm not going to be investing too much of my time into them. Because that's setting a precedent that you get a lot of my time and my energy without any commitment or title. And I just don't go there anymore. And I've found that to be a really great boundary for myself. Okay. And I encourage you to have this boundary as well. Okay, the last boundary that I will share is more of an internal boundary, and it's nothing means anything. Nothing ever means anything. And both the situationships that I was in, the reason I got pulled in is because those guys were givers. And I got princess treatment. I got coffee in the morning from Starbucks. I got fancy dinners. I got presents. I got compliments. I got treated right. But there was still no commitment. So someone can be texting you all day long and doing really nice things for you. And if we haven't established a commitment, now in my mind, it doesn't mean anything. And all that stuff is great. And like another one of my boundaries is princess treatment, right? So it's like if you want a deep commitment, but you're also going to treat me like shit, like that's just as much of a deal breaker for me. But also, I don't read into the things that men do for me anymore. I'm not reading into reservations. I'm not, like, for dinner. I'm not reading into text messages. I'm not reading into gifts. All of those things are just what they are until you tell me specifically, like, hey, I want to be in a committed relationship with you, okay? This mindset shift has been liberating for me, okay? Just like if he wanted to, he would. If it means something, they'll let you know it means something. Otherwise, it doesn't mean anything. It's not that deep. Nothing is ever that deep until the person is letting you know it's deep. Mark my words. Men are weird. They will give you a lot, and that doesn't mean anything. That just means they're givers.
Never assume that the person that you're hanging out with, even if you're hanging out with them every single day, even if you're sleeping with them, even if you're having a lot of fun with them, never assume that you are in a committed relationship unless you actually have the conversation. And you have got to be brave and ask for where you stand in a person's life. Ask for what it is that they want. But you also have to be willing to respect a very important boundary. If someone says that they are not ready for a relationship, you have to really hear that. But then they're acting like they're in a relationship with you. You have to have the boundary. You can't then say, oh, they're giving me crumbs or they're giving me mixed messages when they were very, very clear with their words that they don't want to be in a relationship. And I believe we have a responsibility to not give mixed messages. That is irresponsible. And this is what so many people are doing. And I don't think it's right. I think that if we want to actually elevate ourselves and be more conscious and actually do the right thing and live according to our values, then we don't want to actually do that to another person.
Not to break your bubble or anything, but the cost of connection is vulnerability, and the punishment for lacking vulnerability in a connection and not wanting to be vulnerable with another person is the exact thing that you're afraid of. The punishment is abandonment because you are afraid of being vulnerable with the person because that would mean that they could abandon you. So now they will abandon you because you don't want to connect with them, you know?
I think that a lot of women stay in situationships because of their egos. I know because I've been there. You'll meet a guy, think, wow, I need him in my life. I need him to lock this down. But deep down in your soul, you know that this guy is no good for you. You know that if you were to end up with this guy, he's probably not going to be able to give you what you need in a relationship. But your ego is saying, we need to lock it down because if he were to commit to me, it would prove to myself that I'm worthy. And it will feel like you've won something over that once felt unattainable to you. Deep down, you are not wanting to accept the truth and the reality of what the situation actually is. Instead, you want to prove to him how worthy you are of his love. Give him everything that you possibly have to offer in order for him to see some kind of value in you. I stopped attracting situationships in my life by two things: knowing exactly what I want and not tolerating anything else besides exactly what I want. And then number two, being so solid in my core that I do not feel the need anymore to prove myself worthy of anyone's love. I'm so good by myself. I'm so good on my own that if you don't see what I have to offer, I feel bad for you. I'm not trying harder to make them see what they're missing out on. And if you don't see it, then I'm gonna keep it moving because I need a guy that's so sure about what it is that I have to offer him that he would be fucking dumb to not accept that offer.
Here's some pretty good advice. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. Now, people can change, there is no doubt about that, but many people tend to exhibit a degree of consistency when it comes to their decision making and actions. So if an individual has acted in a particular way in the past, there's a high probability they're going to act the same way in the future, especially under the same circumstances. And you want to know how you'll know if this person will do it again? Outside of the consistent past behavior, okay? There is a lack of awareness or unresolved root causes. If a person does not acknowledge or recognize the need to change their behavior, not having that proactive approach to want to change their moral compass, they are going to repeat the same action. Now, when the actions are rooted in deep-seated issues, right, unresolved emotional issues, it will be repeated because the underlying triggers of the trauma have not been addressed. Thus, they're going to do it again. And you know what they say about insanity? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Like, for example, so many girls expect the guy's gonna change if they give them one more chance. But please do not be insane thinking that someone who hasn't done the work inside is suddenly gonna change. It's just not reality, babe.
3 rules to live by in a situationship. Rule number 1, this person absolutely, no questions asked, has to be a bucket 2 person. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I posted a video right before this called The Bucket Theory I have with dating. Go watch that and you'll get it. But this person absolutely has to be a bucket 2 person. You cannot make a situationship out of a bucket 3 person or you will get hurt. Rule number 2 is that you need to basically tell this person they're a bucket 2 person for you without actually telling them that they're a bucket 2 person, because obviously that would be like kind of fucked up. But I basically want you to communicate with this person that there's some kind of misalignment, whether it's like values or there's something that they're missing and you don't see a relationship with them. Again, this is going to avoid, or at least try to protect, you guys from getting hurt. Very important rule number 3 is set boundaries. Have boundaries, set them and stick to them, okay? Again, this is gonna avoid you trying to turn a bucket 2 into a bucket 3 or get hurt or like a variety of other fucked up things that can happen in a situationship. For me personally, if you are in a situationship, you are not exclusive with this person, period, no matter what. Because if you do that, you're blocking your energy from finding a bucket 3. And honestly, this person might as well be your boyfriend. So what's the point? Let me know if you want a part 2 of rules that I highly suggest you live by in your situationship. Follow me for videos like this. Love you guys. Bye.
How do you know if someone's gonna waste your time? Let me introduce you to the fascinating language known as time waster. It originated from the non-committal people and has become one of the most widely spoken languages in the world. It is not yet available on Duolingo, but I'm here to translate some phrases for you. Now let's get to it because I wouldn't waste your time. Number 1, let's just see where things go. I'll tell you where things are gonna go. All right, it's going. Oh, it's going to the United States of nowhere. Number 2, I like you, but I'm confused about my life and my parents got divorced when I was 6 years old, but I need to take things slow even though we've been dating for months. Translate, situation. I like the attention you give me, and I'm going to keep you around for validation, but don't expect anything from me. Number 3, and my personal favorite, I've just got a lot going on right now. We all do. This means they think their problems are more important than yours, so you just tell them, no worries, I'll give you one less thing to worry about. Folks, the time waster language is filled with charming phrases and double meanings, but don't let it fool you, because remember, your time is a non-renewable resource. Hope this helps.
Girls just want one thing. We really just want one thing, and it's to be described. That's it. It's so simple. Okay, we don't need the biggest wallet or the best looks. Okay, a man with one tooth could tell me that I remind him of the color orange, and I'd be like, really? Like, that's what we want. The other day, some guy told me that I remind him of a little cat. He's like, you're just like a little cat. And I was like, okay, orange or gray tabby. Pass me them temptations. I was like, yeah, I am a little cat. Why do you even say that? But like, I am. Like, that spoke to me. We just want to be like, describe me, you know? Like, what season do you think I am? And why? In multiple reasons, in like a DBQ format.
The reason you can't move on from a situationship is because your brain is still trying to make sense of something that was never safe to begin with. Situationships hurt more when they end than a breakup because they were built on confusion, not consistency. Your body still thinks you're waiting for them to choose you, and that's the fucking wound. You're not grieving a real relationship, you're grieving their potential. Fantasy. The hope that if you just didn't have any needs, if you were cool, if you were chill, if I just don't bring anything up or push them away, then they're gonna choose me. Situationships activate the same part of the brain that is the dopamine reward system as relationships. But when it's inconsistent, your brain is in overdrive chasing that high. Also called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same as a slot machine. You never know when you're going to get it next. So now your system is constantly scanning for that safety, that validation, and when are they going to choose me? But bitch, you're not hung up on them. You're hung up on the unfinished business, the story, and the narrative of what them not choosing you means about you. And the more you try to figure out why they didn't want you and why they didn't pick you and why they didn't turn into a relationship, the less you have to sit with the discomfort of what is the story and the narrative that you've created because they didn't choose you. And by focusing on them, you get to avoid feeling any of these uncomfortable feelings about you. Make them a real person, baby. They're not the end-all be-all. And the more you put them on the pedestal, the more you're telling yourself that you're not worthy and there's something wrong with you, as opposed to looking at them and saying, I don't think they're the right match for me. They don't align with my motherfucking values.
Stop giving girlfriend treatment to men who are not your fucking boyfriend. That is going to lead you into a fucking situationship. Why should you be cooking, cleaning, being loyal, sleeping with them, having sleepovers, introducing them to your family if they are not your man? So many girls will say, oh, but I did all of this for him and he still didn't make me his girlfriend. Because you did everything that a girlfriend would without the commitment. So why is he going to commit? It sucks to say, it's shitty, I know, but the only way that we are going to find good quality men and survive in this day and age of dating is by having boundaries and standards. So stop that shit.
If you're dating somebody and you're not sure when to make it exclusive, I want you to think about this. First off, a lot of times I see my clients hesitant to talk about exclusivity. Maybe you're afraid you're going to scare them off. You don't want to put pressure on them. Look, I get it, but it's important to have the conversation. Exclusivity also moves relationships forward. And if you don't have the conversation with exclusivity, you might get stuck in a situationship. Everyone's preferences of when to talk about it vary, but if you're seeing this person on a regular basis, it might be time.